Talk to probably our favorite guest, one of the funniest men in the entire world, and he certainly has plenty to say on every subject known to man. Pat Cooper, how are you?
Good morning.
Where are you?
Good afternoon. I'm in Las Vegas. Happy holiday to all our Jewish friends.
Las Vegas? What? It's 2 hours earlier there.
No, it's 3 hours. You better pay attention. You got to do your homework.
3 hours earlier.
Yeah, thank God. If it wasn't Columbus, he would have missed Staten Island.
So, what are you doing in Las Vegas?
I'm on a little hiatus. I just did L.A. Law in California.
L.A. Law?
Yeah, you better watch out. I'm on my way.
What do you play on L.A. Law?
I play a Jewish person, believe it or not.
Oh, that's great
I play
casting.
a guy called Herbie Moffat. Honestly. They never call me for an Italian. I even played a black guy one time.
So what kind of character is this? What does he do?
I sue Martin Mull. Martin Mull's one of the stars of the show. When I sue him, he's a travel agent, and we go through a whole thing. It was very interesting.
Oh, that's great. When will that be on?
Probably the first week of November.
Oh, that's good. Now, didn't I also hear you were going to be on Law and Order?
Well, Law and Order, see, what happens when you do L.A. Law, you do Law and Order, then you do Son of a Lawyer, and then my father was a lawyer. You do all the lawyer movies.
So maybe you could be the new Perry Mason.
No, Jackie Mason.
Well, now, we got lots of things to talk about. I know you follow closely everything that's going on in New York here.
Right.
Have you followed the whole Liz Holtzman situation?
No, I wasn't in New York. What's happening there? Are they still busting her off for the $400,000?
Yeah, she got a sweetheart sort of a loan, and then the bank that she gets a loan from gets a contract with the city. And she says she did nothing wrong.
Well, maybe she didn't do nothing wrong. Hey, listen, sometimes you can stick up a bank and say, I really didn't mean it, and you spend the money. And then you get a slap on the wrist, and then the judge takes half of the money, and they all go to the Caribbean. Hey, these people make me laugh, all these leaders here. I don't understand. Don't they got any brains to watch out that they don't get themselves into a jackpot like this? She's not a stupid woman. She's a very bright woman. The only thing, her only trouble is she's a Hummer.
A Hummer?
Yeah, I've seen her on the news, and she's like a lot of humming. I don't know what this woman says.
Now, Woody Allen held a press conference yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, it looked terrible to me.
Well, everything looks terrible. I don't understand this. Who cares? Do you really care, Mia Farrow? Do you really care, Woody Allen? Who cares about what they do, they don't do? Why don't we all mind our business? Let's go on with the most important thing, your career.
Yeah. Well, let's say you were with a woman for a few years. You're going out with a woman, and she's adopting 9,000 kids from all over the world.
Now, that could never happen with me. No way. No way. The missus, let's adopt. I tell, do me a favor. Find somebody else. Get a farm. Let's raise cows. At least cows don't answer your back. You have to put diapers on them. At least they give you milk.
Now, when you watch the ceremony at the White House with Rabin and Arafat, you must have been amazed.
I got all excited. I told them they could have saved a lot of trouble, went to Delancey Street, and got a cab driver, and they would have saved all this aggravation of bringing these guys in. Why did they come to this country to shake hands? That cost about $9 million for these two guys to shake hands. They could have done it in the desert. Listen, you don't bother me. I don't bother you. Here's the key. Leave me alone. Let's get some sleep.
Yeah, but, it was amazing to see Arafat fly to the United States, all that security, and then standing on the White House lawn.
First of all, who's going to shoot this guy? He ain't worth the building anyway. I don't understand this guy. You see that towel he's wearing? Take the towel off. Nobody know who he is. You look like a cab driver.
But he certainly looks impressive in that uniform, huh?
They all look impressive. I got news for you. This guy here, forget about it. They shake hands. They can shake hands from now to doomsday. It's just underneath them is scared. They still got it. They still got it for each other. Please believe what I tell you.
Yeah. Well, have you followed the Clinton health care proposal?
Yes, I followed that, and I ripped up my Medicare. I don't understand. I'm getting ready for Medicare in about 9 months. Watch me blow it. Then I found out I can't collect Social Security because I make over $10,000. I said, what am I paying since I'm 14 years old? I was going to give it to my kid. You ain't going to get nothing. Shut up. So I got to shut up. So I got to keep working.
Now, what about the asbestos situation?
The what?
In the New York City schools, there's no school because of asbestos.
Well, listen to me. Tommy Manville got married 9 times with that damn thing. He's the one that brought that stuff around. It was great. When Tommy Manville first brought that stuff around, it was considered the greatest invention of all. Now we're all dropping dead from it. I don't understand what's going on in this country. Why don't they do something? Close the schools and forget about everything, and let's all keep the kids home. We teach the kids ourselves some common sense. Now,
the election is getting close. I think 39 days left to go. Mayor Dinkins attacking Giuliani. Giuliani attacking the mayor's last 4 years. Well, what do you think will happen here? Who do you think will be our next mayor?
I'm hoping it'll be a draw. That's what I'm hoping. I hope they both become mayors and they'll both be happy. Stop leaving. Listen to me. Leave the city alone. These two guys are fighting, and the city's going down, 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 down. We need somebody that's got courage. We need somebody that's got to walk around with a bat and say, you're not going to do this. This is the greatest city in the world. We're going to have people walk on the streets and not be ashamed and not be afraid. You got to cut that stuff out. I mean, I love Mayor Dinkins. He's a nice man, he's a gentleman, but he's too quiet. I'm hoping that Giuliani, if he does get elected, makes it a little bit of a tougher situation. Get these guys. Get rid of those horses in Central Park.
The horses in Central Park?
Yeah. Every time you go by there, you go into a coma.
They do clog up the street.
Oh, man, forget about it. I got a dizzy spell. You know, I was so hungry one night, I was going to go to Mickey Mantle's to eat. I lost my appetite.
Well, now, Ivan the Terrible, he's back in the United States.
Well, now he's going to be Ivan the Pussycat. I love this world. They're going to first hang him, then they're going to, you know something. This is the biggest joke in the world. 90 years ago, this guy's Ivan the Terrible. This guy ain't Ivan the Terrible. He's probably minding his business. He's probably a peddler. They had to hang somebody. You know, the Jews get excited sometimes because, you know, the Holocaust, I understand how they feel. I'd feel the same way. But everybody tells him he's going to be a Nazi. You're going to be nuts.
This guy was a Nazi.
Well, listen, hey, you know how many people in this country were Nazis? Let's start with that. I know a few right now that are Nazis. What else is new? And I got news for you, and you got the skinheads who are telling me that they want to bring back the Nazism. Let's get rid of this. We're trying those people.
Well, what about Boris Yeltsin? He's been pretty courageous the last week or so.
Well, he's got nothing else to do. It's a boring country. So he turns around and sits down. Does anybody know he was the president? When he turned around and went against the parliament, they say, you know something? I think he's the president. Because that whole country don't know what the hell's going on. They cannot tell you something. This guy's got nothing else to do but aggravate the world. Just stay in the closet, mind his business, and let Russia go where it's got to go.
Yeah. How about NAFTA? Can you figure out NAFTA? It's a very complicated issue.
You mean the NAFTA?
NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement. Ross Perot is dead.
You want to listen to me? We got to put up walls around this country. Tell everybody, listen, leave us alone. We'll fish in our own water. We'll cut our own meat. We'll mind our own business. Everybody in this country wants to be loved. Let's forget about it. Let's take care of our own first.
How about Michael Jackson? What you think this is
if
all...
If Michael Jackson stopped spinning, he'd be out of show business. I'm going to tell you something. I watch this guy. I want to love him. I want to care about him. I don't understand how they say this guy's a great talent. I don't understand how he keeps spinning. I got dizzy here one night. I had to shut the television off. All he does is spin and spin. And listen, the Taylor goes there, but I don't understand what she was doing there. Everybody's going there to help this guy. I don't understand it. You know what the best thing this guy should do? Don't come back to the United States. That's going to be the best thing. Stay the hell out of here and forget about it. They got everybody. You know, you can't do nothing today. The guy, listen, I don't like a 36-year-old guy sleeping with a 7, 8. You know, I'm not accusing him of anything. I don't really believe he did anything. I just think he's a nice kid. He means well. You know, I worked with him many years ago when he was, when he had his old nose.
Yeah.
And he was a nice kid, a very respectful kid. I don't think he's that. I don't think he's a bad boy. I just don't think that you can't play with pajamas, 36 years old, and you were 6 years old. If I did that, they'd have locked me up. If Michael Jackson's name was DiNapoli, they'd have electrocuted him. You see?
Pat Cooper, I'm afraid we're out of time.
Hey, listen, that's the story of my life with you.
Hey, where are you going to be appearing next?
I'm going to be at the Trump Castle from the 8th to the 11th, and then I'm going to be at the Westchester Broadway Theater, Columbus night. That's the 12th.
So with Trump Castle in Atlantic City and the Westchester Theater.
Yeah, that's Columbus Day weekend is at the Trump Castle, and then the 12th, which is the Columbus Day, I'll be at the Westchester Broadway.